Tim Walz shared that he gets a boost in his day by seeing the Tesla stock drop. Then the American people responded to Tim by letting him know how unsuccessful and anti-American he is. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. I am going to show you this video of Tim Walz as well as Karoline Leavitt's awesome response to Tim, because as we know, he is a person who believes that there should be tampons in the boys' bathroom. So then we are going to shift gears and talk about this gym where the owner decided it was going to be female only, and somehow that is controversial. And then ultimately we are going to talk about a mom who is very concerned about a man entering into the bathroom at her daughter's high school and into the women's bathroom. And then we are going to see some trans activists' response to that. And a great place to start for all of this really is with Tim Walz, because he is the poster child of just absolute insanity.
Thing on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So, and if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, you know, and take out, just telling you.
I mean, Tim Walz actually thinks that he's a stand-up comedian, and I don't really think anybody finds this funny at all. Actually, it's pretty embarrassing. You have Charlie Kirk, who replied that he is a sick, disgusting person. He hasn't created anything in his life except overseeing the downfall of Minneapolis and giving tampons to young boys. You're cheering for the downfall of American jobs and innovation. This is the state of the Democrat Party. That is so true, and in the comments of this video, we had some people sharing that this is the reason why they left the Democrat Party. So Tim, he just keeps making it worse for himself. He's really not doing a good job, because meanwhile, what is Elon Musk doing? He's literally
down the little ramp,
literally saving people's lives.
Commander of Crew 9.
Mobility aid.
But I guess if Tim knows that he'll never be as successful, nearly as successful as Elon Musk, then all he can really do is hate on him, right? Because that's pretty much what the Democrats do right now, is they just stand around and complain instead of actually doing anything. They complain and they never take any action. They just hold all of these protests. Here is Tim Walz saying that he could kick MAGA's butts. Maybe you have seen this.
And well, this
I
notion
think
of
I could kick most of their ass. I do think that if they wanted to. I know I can outrun them, but I don't know if we're going to.
Yeah, I don't know if Tim should be so sure. He is trying really hard to prove his masculinity. This is what Karoline Leavitt had to say about Tim Walz, and I just can't agree anymore.
More on Tesla, Caroline. Tim Walz, Governor Walz, saying last night he frequently checks Tesla stock. In doing so, to quote, give me a little boost during the day. How should Americans view politicians who take pride in the downfall of an American car company?
I think that's quite sad, but I think Governor Walz unfortunately is living a sad existence after his devastating defeat on November 5th.
Like, I love the idea that it's not like he's just going through a sad time. Like, his entire existence is just sad because he's just an actual pathetic loser. Like, he hasn't done anything. His biggest accomplishment is losing the election as a vice president, and losing really bad. And then afterwards, watching his entire party just completely fall apart. And then he wants to stand on stage and make jokes and act cute, and everyone is just like, no, Tim, you just absolutely suck. And he cannot stop continuing to share how anti-American the Democrat Party is. All of these people who are protesting against Tesla or hate Elon Musk and Doge simply do not want our country to succeed. And yes, maybe they think, oh, Elon Musk is just lying to us and I'm tricked right now because I believe that they are saving our country billions of dollars that is being sent overseas. But I personally can see how that actually did happen, because we had all of these agendas being shoved down our throats. And I personally have gone through many of the different things that Doge was claiming our country was spending money on. And I found real examples of it. I watched the Iraqi Sesame Street. I saw the plays from Colombia. I saw the websites in Peru. Like, these are real things that our country was wasting money on. So I don't understand how you can be like so anti-Elon. And Tim Walz is just, he's so deranged. And the American people are just like, Tim, you suck. I mean, everybody except for this guy. And what is so crazy is that most Americans are normal. It's just kind of funny to put a little bit of attention on these people to show how deranged they are. The Democrat Party literally makes people crazy and gives them mental illnesses. If Tim Walz has produced anything in his lifetime, it is just crazy people like this.
My name's Karoline Leavitt. I'm the press secretary to Donald Trump, and you will listen to me. Listen to me. I'm the one. Listen to me. Come on, listen to me. God damn it, listen to me.
I mean, there is not a 0% chance that this isn't Tim Walz or that this person isn't somehow related to him. He's mocking Karoline Leavitt, saying, "Listen to me." What are you even talking about?
My name's Karoline Leavitt. I'm the press secretary to Donald Trump, and you
I'm the press secretary to Donald Trump.
will listen to me. Listen to me. I'm the one. Listen to me.
This is like a really weird video of almost like, I don't know, 65-year-old man pretending to be a 5-year-old. But the Democrats love to play dress up. They love to pretend that there's something else, that age isn't real, that gender isn't real. They're actually literally insane. I mean, I don't have to tell you that. It's really speaking for itself right now. And here's another example of somebody who, this person is in support of the illegal immigrants who have been committing crimes.
Hot take, but I don't really care if somebody is a murderer. I don't think they should be deported to El Salvador without due process.
This person really just said, I don't care if somebody is a murderer. What?
Right? And the way these people are being treated is incredibly dehumanizing. It should concern you. It concerns me that people are just being taken out of the country without due process. Because this is not right. This is not okay. Hot take, but
I mean, again, it's like, do we even give the time of the day? Should I respond to this with some type of argument as to why we should be happy that criminals are being deported from our country? I mean, is it really worth the time of day to even have this type of conversation? So people are asking, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you see this? For some reason, I imagine the Democrat Party. Like, I believe that this is what they create. And I think that they want everybody to believe that this is beautiful and it is some form of expression, when actually it's just a form of mental illness. So everybody has also been talking about how there was a person who was armed outside of the CIA headquarters. And this is coming at a really interesting time because they just released the JFK files. So here is a video of this person getting arrested. But hey, maybe the person in the last video would say, I don't really care if they commit crimes. I would just love to live in a lawless society. Okay, so here we have a fitness influencer who is being abused from trans activists because she is opening up a female-only gym. Now, I was just talking about this with my sister who goes to the gym all the time, and we were saying that this is a really great idea because, I don't know, like women can wear whatever they want or whatever, and then men also aren't going to have to deal with certain women saying that, oh, he was looking at me or whatever, and they can just like focus on their workout, because that is the reason why you go to the gym. It's not social hour. It's a part of your day. You're supposed to be focused on yourself and just trying to get a good workout in and not needing to worry about the drama or all this other like conversations and social kind of stuff. You can just focus on your workout routine. So I personally think that it is a fantastic idea. It'd be pretty cool to see them open up throughout the nation. I'm sure if they try to do it in the US, they'd get even more backlash for it. But it says that she is a successful business owner, a new mother, and it provides a safe space for women to work out and receives guidance on issues pertaining to women. That is awesome because our bodies are not the same. So for people to be upset about this is just actually ridiculous. Here you can see she posted, my women's only gym is coming along beautifully. She's worked so hard to get here. And honestly, I think that the style is just so cute. I just think it's annoying that this is somehow supposed to be controversial. I don't understand why a trans person would like need to go to this specific gym. Just ridiculous, right? Here we have a mom from the Deerfield Public Schools district sharing her frustrations with them allowing men in women's spaces.
In sports and accessing female locker rooms. That day, I filed a civil rights complaint on behalf of my daughter with the Department of Justice. It has now been referred to the Department of Education. A federal complaint has been filed with the district to protect the students. The situation went from bad to worse. A few days later, the male student was present in the girls' locker room. Feeling violated, the girls made the choice to not change into their PE clothes with a biological male student present. The next day, Assistant Principal Kathy Van Treese pulled the girls into their office, questioning them. The same day, Assistant Superintendent Joanna Ford, Kathy Van Treese, and multiple teachers all came into the girls' locker room, making them change into uniform. This went on all week with the addition of Ginger Laugerman. My daughter refused to take part in having her privacy being violated. How dare they? She ran out and called for me for help. Principal Wegley was offering my daughter a new PE class. The answer was no.
It's always like you give an inch and then they take 10 miles. It's like, okay, if you allow these people into the bathroom, then you're also going to force the other girls to change even when they're not comfortable. It's like you already took it too far and now you're taking it way too far. Like you're already violating the rights of these innocent girls and now you're doing that even more. Like the teachers are forcing them to change even when they are uncomfortable. Like this has gotten so out of hand.
She is not changing for the remainder of the year, and she is not changing into another class. The girls just want their privacy and they want their locker room back.
And like, what about swim class too? Because sometimes high schools, they have swim classes and people literally need to go change into swimming suits. Then at that point, it's like we're facing a similar situation that Riley Gaines was in when they're in an even more vulnerable situation. And it's not like all the times the bathrooms, they don't have like changing stalls. It's not like they have little individual rooms with a curtain or anything. It's like there's just lockers and people are expected to change in front of each other. And so it's already uncomfortable enough because you're in high school, everything, like you're still trying to accept yourself or just understand things. And now they're adding just the other gender into something that is already so intimate. It's just actually really sad.
There are gender neutral options. This is my daughter's story and
That's
the story
crazy.
of many other young girls who have been
goodness.
forced at the difficult age to do something they know and most adults.
See, it's like you give them a gender neutral bathroom and then probably for a couple days they're like, oh, thank you, this is great. And then they're like, you know what? No, this isn't what I want because I actually really am a woman. And so it's like the more you give into it, the more that they ask. And that's why you like in trying to be accepting of these things, it's like you're enabling them and then they just completely take control. You cannot let them have the control like that.
No is wrong. Do the right thing, Deerfield, and give these girls their locker room and bathrooms
Seriously.
back. Allowing biological males to access girls' locker rooms sets a dangerous precedent that erodes the very foundation of female privacy and safety. By making this decision, the school board is not only disregarding the concerns of young female students and making their families, but also establishing a legal and policy framework that will make it increasingly difficult to protect the integrity of female-only spaces in the future.
Okay, so in the background, of course, all of these people are wearing masks. It's like, why? Is this like some type of form of protest against Trump? Wear a mask, don't let them see your identity. And it's just like, as a mom, I'm trying to put myself in her position. What do you do? I mean, people would say, okay, do homeschool. But how can you assure that your kid is still going to get the right education and actually be learning if they're being homeschooled? I mean, homeschool is not for everybody. Some kids need to have a social interaction. And so, like, what would you do in this situation? Do you literally have to get up and move states or move towns so that your kid can go to a normal school? It's frustrating because these schools are paid for by taxpayers. They're supposed to be for the people of that community and relate their values. But it's just crazy that the schools have let us down so much. And so that's why like parental involvement is more important than ever, because you can't trust the schools to do it. And that mom has done a great job in teaching her daughter to stand up and say, no, this is not okay. And even when the teacher comes in and says, no, you guys have to change, it's like, no, this is not okay. And it is really important for young girls to learn to stand up and say no. They're clearly taking advantage of these young girls. And I'm so glad that that mom and that girl are standing up against crazy people like this.
3B-1. The use of restrooms, locker rooms, and changing rooms may not be restricted based on a student's physical anatomy or chromosomal sex. A student must be permitted to access restrooms or bathrooms, locker rooms, and changing rooms that align with their gender-related identity.
Okay, so if it aligns with their gender and they already have a gender-neutral bathroom, then go to that bathroom. This clearly just seems like a ploy for these guys to be able to go into a girl's changing room. That's so messed up. Then at that point, to align with their gender, they should be going to the guy's bathroom because they're clearly into girls.
Identity, and without having to provide documentation or other proof of gender. Under this act, and it is stated, the discomfort or privacy concerns of other students, teachers, or parents are not valid reasons to deny or limit the full and equal use of those facilities based on a student's gender-related identity. Instead, any student...
It's always that one person that is causing all of this drama. And it's just like, at that point, they should just honestly expel them.
Student, teacher, or other individual seeking more privacy should be accommodated by providing that individual with a more private option upon their request.
On their request.
Sounds like that would be a great option in this case.
What? What the heck?
Excuse me.
So the
excuse
whole
me.
audience is that direction.
Excuse me. This is it's his time to talk, right? So
Thank you. So if needed, we'd be happy to dig in, to contact our coalition, to make sure that the board is supported in doing the right thing for the right reasons and following Illinois state law. If you need my assistance, please do reach out. It's transupfrontil.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait a second. Are they like actually clapping for that? They're like, yes, this is so great. Why is it that some people just feel so entitled to all kinds of stuff? It's like because they feel like they're different, then the rest of the world needs to make certain accommodations to them. It reminds me of that woman who sued Lyft. I don't think that we need to make all of these rules just because one person is confused about their identity, when actually that person needs to figure out what is going on, because otherwise you're just putting a Band-Aid on top of it and you're not solving anything. You're just making the problems worse because little by little you're infringing on the rights of other people more and more because they expect more and they actually believe all of these lies. It's like if you had a friend who began to say that they were the opposite gender, if you begin to tell them, oh, yes, you are, we're going to support you and everything like that, then you're just making that person's problems bigger and you're not solving the problems at the core. That person needs serious help. So I think it's really sad that these parents have acted so immature in not siding with this incredible mom. She is so brave. We need more people to stand up like her. Don't be a bystander. If you see something, say something. Please make sure that you guys are subscribed. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.